Call to order for the Town of St. John Town Council meeting for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. Perhaps keep the state of Minnesota in mind.
And Greenland.
Thank you. You may be seated. Roll call, Katie, or are we deferring?
Gerald Swets is absent. Christian Jorgensen.
Present.
Mike Bovat.
Present.
Wayne Pondinas.
Present.
Ann Oster.
Present.
Bill Manasopoulos.
Here.
Joe Svetnov.
Here.
And again, just to reiterate, our clerk treasurer is under the weather, but she should be remote now, even though we told her to stay home and rest.
Beth, could you say hi to check in?
I'm present.
Thank you, Beth.
And then Katie Goley, present as well.
Thank you, Katie. Moving on to item 4, presentation. Our fire chief, Shane Adams.
All right, good evening, Council. So I pretty much wanted to come in tonight and just give you guys an update on where we're at with some of our projects. Last year I did request you guys a lot of purchases to update our equipment, from our EMS equipment to our trucks, stuff like that. So I basically wanted to come in tonight and give you guys a update on it. So the Stryker contract that you guys signed to update all of our EMS equipment, the new heart monitors, the new what we call thumpers, the ones that's the equipment that does the chest compressions, the new stair chairs, all that kind of stuff for the ambulances. We have received all that stuff. That is all been trained on. It's on the ambulances and it's in service. As far as the truck updates, we did take the delivery of the new engine and the new ladder truck. So we do have the ladder truck in our possession here at the station. We are in the process of upfitting it, putting all the equipment on it, putting the hose on it, all that stuff. We do have to all go through training on it. So we're working with the manufacturer to set up a training date. We were supposed to be doing training this week, but with the weather, and they're out of Ohio, so they were going to travel up this weekend to be here with us this week. We ended up postponing it because it is going to be a full day of training, and it's all outdoors. So with the extreme colds like that, and so putting the guys outside all day, we pushed it back to February 11th. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better weather then. So, and then we'll be training the 11th, 12th, and the 13th. The goal is by the 14th to have the truck running on calls. So I do appreciate it. I know it's a huge purchase, something that was definitely needed. I know there's been some questions about the trucks and stuff like that from the public. So the new ladder truck is replacing our 2005 American La France. The manufacturer did go out of business back in 2014. It is hard to get parts for. So when it does break down, it can be out for an extended period of time. We've had nothing but problems with it. Actually last summer, one of the crews had to take a chain and hook up to the ladder truck and pull it back in the station from a morning check, and because it wouldn't go on drive or reverse. So it's not very dependable for this community and our residents. So that's why I asked you guys to, as far as the new ladder truck. As far as the new fire engine, that is replacing one of our trucks. That's a 1994. So they look nice. They're nice and shiny. Our guys do a great job keeping them clean and maintained. But the engine is a 1994 that it's replacing. And the thing barely has some heat on it. So we were told to put cardboard in front of it. Maybe we'll get a little bit more heat. So I do appreciate all of you guys' support, and I just basically wanted to get you guys a update on where we're at with the stuff.
No, thank you, Shane. I appreciate it. And I spoke to Cherryville, Maryville. Everybody has the same problems. And this kind of equipment is so specialized, and it's expensive but necessary. So, and I appreciate you getting your guys trained as quickly as you did. Great job.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, and Chief Adams, I'd like to say on behalf of the council, appreciate you emphasizing working with town manager, the clerk's office, the council, to really, make sure that this was something that moved forward. We got it taken care of, like colleague Christian said, getting the people trained up to speed. We recognize the importance of all of that. We thank you for your efforts,
No
Chief.
problem. Thank you.
Just to piggyback, since the guys are here, have a discussion with you afterwards, Chief. As far as the pre-cancer screening, there is one portion left. When someone doesn't have a regular physician, they are designating the place. Once that comes in through the insurance company, we'll be able to give out all the rest of the details, but since they're here, they can hear it also.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I know we've been working on that. As far as that, overall, how are you doing? How are we looking on calls and everything else?
Calls are going great. The crews are doing an excellent job. I get a lot of compliments. I get people calling me, send me emails like that, thanking them crews, sending cards. So everything's going good with that. For the month of December, we ran a total of 166 calls total between fire and EMS calls. So the calls are going good and nothing but positive feedback on them.
Yeah, good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Chief.
it.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Well done.
Mr. President, if I could just get into since his presentation's over, I can get my portion done. I want to thank the council, the clerk, the residents, all my department heads. As of March 2nd, that'll be my last day with the city, with the town. I want to thank all of you for all your support and all that we've accomplished. The endless hours with Beth and Dave going over the amphitheater, the splash pad, and park stuff. And I'm going to actually miss seeing everyone every day. But thank you, and thank you to everyone.
That's a request for resignation tonight.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Billy.
Good luck
Thank you.
in all your endeavors.
Thank you.
We'll get to that shortly. Moving to item 5, approval of minutes for the December 29th, 2025 meeting minutes. Do I
So
have a
moved.
motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Moving to item 6, public comment. We have several people on the list. First off is Jane Wallace. If you could come forward, give us your name, your address, and typically it's 3 minutes. Jane, thank you.
Hi, Jane Wallace, 13001 Waverly Court. Council members, I want to revisit the debacle that was 1870, the lot and development you gaslit us as an answer to our water issues. This situation bears repeating because the bad policies that led to it are still in force, and history will certainly repeat itself. I attended the Building and Planning Open House in December, billed as How the Citizens Can Get Involved and Stay Informed. We learned a lot about, at that meeting, and most, if not all, of the developments that will come into the town as annexation agreements, just like 1870 did. Okay, great, we thought we have a process for that. I believe it goes something like this. A developer comes in front of the Plan Commission. The Plan Commission ensures the developer will follow the ordinances and restrictions that St. John has put into place. This process is done in public so citizens can state concerns, objections, or endorsements of the project before it moves on to the town council for final approval. The town council benefits from this process too. The Plan Commission has done their work, and you are also aware of your citizens' concerns, if any, related to it before you receive it. The council can then formulate a much better response to the proposal. But guess what? Annexations don't have to go through this process. The one that Mr. Manisopoulos claimed at the open house took too long because too many people are weighing in on it. Not a direct quote, but something to that effect. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. You hold an open house to show how transparent you are, and then you invite citizens to get involved and stay informed. And during said open house, you share that the process for most of the growth in our town will not adhere to the ordinances that you put into place. So it is actually the opposite of transparency. I don't understand how that is good government. With 1870, we were forced to become citizen detectives to hold you accountable to do your jobs, spending hours, days, months researching and untangling your bad decisions. You presented this as a water issue, but the water board knew nothing about it. I could go on and on. We had to save you from your own bad decisions while you seemed to take credit for the result. We repeatedly asked for documents from Ms. Hernandez, said she didn't have them. Mr. Manisopoulos said the same. How in the world can the town council vote on important issues that you intentionally move from the plan commission to the council without crucial information? Is that good government? Voting on issues that you cannot possibly understand because you did not have the documents or the time to evaluate them. Reminder that you were elected to represent our best interests, not advance the fortunes of developers here. You don't make it easy for your citizens to get involved and stay informed. Again, I ask you, is this your definition of good government? I spent way too much time holding state, local, and federal officials accountable to do the jobs you were elected to do. I demand good government from you. Please do better. Thank you.
Thank you. Second is Donna Fatke.
Good evening. Donna Fathke. I'm at 10729 Maple Lane in St. John. Several months ago, I asked to meet with Councilman Mike Buvat concerning transparency. We don't have much of that in St. John. It's difficult to tell what business is being conducted, even if one attends the meetings. The agenda is not usually of much help, so I asked Mike and Billy Manisopoulos, who was also at this meeting, about the possibility of publishing the agenda with links to the documents describing the agenda items. This would basically be the same documentation that each of the council members receives before each meeting. So there wouldn't be much time or cost involved in implementing this feature. Other towns and cities are already doing this. You can take a look at Maryville, Munster, Cedar Lake. Their websites, they all publish their meeting agendas in this way. This by itself would add a great deal of transparency to how you, the town council, conducts business on behalf of the people who voted you in. Nothing has happened with this suggestion, so now I urge the entire council to take a look at this opportunity to do something easy but greatly beneficial for your constituency. It only makes sense. In another matter of transparency, I attended the Planning Department open house last December. Ashley Abernathy presented an overview of the new Unified Development Ordinance, which I understand you are going to adopt tonight. I asked if the ordinance was going to apply to these pre-annexation agreements that have lately been cobbled together behind closed doors. Ashley responded that it would not. When I asked why, Billy responded by saying, and I quote, "to save time and avoid 20 different opinions from the Plan Commission." While I was shocked to hear him say this, I believe that Billy really thought that there was nothing wrong with this statement. I feel I have to point out at this time that there is a reason why there is transparency in the process of requiring public comment and of vetting development projects through the Plan Commission. These projects are going to impact the quality of life in St. John and in surrounding communities. The duties of the town council and the town manager are to serve the public, not to find shortcuts for the developers. I don't think the town council and its manager understand this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a little clarity, for myself, and I can speak for, that I know her microphone's on. Any document that is in our possession at the time of asking or comes in the next couple days is given out to anyone who does the FOI. If we do not have it in our possession, no, you are not going to get it. Number two, your quotes are way off. You may have heard it, or maybe that's what you wanted to hear me say, but way off on both of them. It's just ridiculous. And to say that an annexation has no public thing, those annexations are advertised. They come in front of the town council. There's public hearings on them. Doug's been to every one. So.
No presentation.
What's that?
No presentation,
At the
plans,
public
no
hearing?
nothing.
No, it's a public hearing, so questions are asked. But I want to thank everyone again for trying to remember what it is I said. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Billy.
Also,
Moving on to,
I just want to reiterate, I can attest that our office did not have those documents. And again, with FOIA requests, as soon as we do get them, we try to get them out as timely as we can when our office does get them.
Of course. And Mr. Svetnoff, I believe you would reiterate the same. I mean, when we get a request in,
it's a law.
it's
Certainly, we process it as quickly as possible,
by law.
in accordance with the public access laws.
I mean, I don't know what else we can do. Moving on.
Sorry, Katie, I missed you there. Thank you. Thank you for saying something. Moving on to Peter Anderson. No. Peter Andrew?
Great.
I'm sorry.
Good evening. My name is Peter Andreu, VP Development for Family Express, and I'm joined here by my colleague, Mr. Patrick Lipp, who's our in-house legal counsel. Not here on any new project, nor are we asking for anything. We're just here to say thank you for the positive experience we had with a recent development. So on behalf of the founder, president, and CEO of Family Express, Mr. Gus Olympitis, the entire Olympitis family, and all of Family Express, we want to express our sincere appreciation and gratitude to all the support that the town of St. John has given to the addition of our second Family Express here in town. It's a wonderful town. As you know, our new store is located at the southwest corner of 109th Avenue and the Route 41 intersection. It was a very difficult project, and I don't think it would have happened without the town's help. The guidance and support provided by the town manager, the attorney, the town council, and the numerous town staff were instrumental to the success of our projects. Everything ranging from the inception of annexing our parcels into the town of St. John to obtaining the building permits, and then to coordinate the final building inspections were all instrumental to the success of our projects. To that, I would also echo what Mr. Olympitis previously stated, in that the town of St. John should be a role model for how other communities should be handling their projects. We're very proud of our new store. We are looking forward to serving the community, and we hope the St. John is as proud of our store as we are. With that, Patrick, would you like to share anything?
Very briefly, Patrick Lipp from Family Express. So you put a lawyer next to a microphone, he's going to want to say something. But essentially, some of you may know my background. Thank you. About 22 years doing various roles in municipal government. And so when Pete mentioned to me he was coming here this evening to share the appreciation of Family Express, my initial thought was, in all the years I've done municipal law, governmental law, I don't think I've ever had a developer or a project after the fact come to the city or town or county or whatnot there to acknowledge their appreciation. And I asked Pete if I could join him briefly to also express, as well as what Pete just said, my acknowledgement as well. There were a couple of issues that came up, and working with your town attorney, we're able to work through those. Other jurisdictions got involved, and it was very challenging, could have been more challenging, but certainly with the help of your town attorney and other people here as well, that project went through. And I would echo what Pete said and what our founder and owner, Gus Olympitis, said, is that I've seen a lot of communities in terms of how they handle development in different ways, some good, some less good. But from my vantage point, again, not as a resident of the town here, but there's a reason why your community is growing. There's a reason why people want to develop in your community there. And I just also want to acknowledge my appreciation from seeing how the communities do it. From my vantage point, you guys do it well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both, and I have to say that the speed and performance that you guys have shown is amazing. Like, you have a crack staff, and, I mean, well done. Great story. Thank you.
Thank you, Christian. Next on the public comment is Doug Blocker.
Doug Blocker, 10591 Juniper Lane, St. John. I'm here tonight to voice my objection to the issuance of tax increments financing bonds for the residential developments that are on the agenda. I believe they are items number 8, A, B, 8C, 8D, and 8E. Also, I'm against the use of the issuance of the bonds for the purchase of any commercial property or for actual construction of the individual building itself. I'm also here tonight to object against the proposed Unified Development Code as written, especially the zoning section. The lot sizes proposed, I believe, are way too small. The densities are too high, and the unit sizes are way too small. Also, duplexes should not be permitted in the suburban residential district. To be transparent, I guess we're talking about that tonight, when the council gets to items 8B, 8C, 8D, and 8E on the agenda, can you please provide the following information so the public knows? The business or developer benefiting from the tax increment bonds, the name of the development, the type of development, and location of the development, what the bonds will be used for what type of improvements, the estimated cost of those improvements, and I guess, why are the bonds actually being issued? A year ago, the council denied the Grove subdivision proposed by Olthoff Homes at 101st and Park Place. You said there should be not any duplexes. Lots should be a minimum of 80 by 140. You wanted more road improvements and more landscaping. The surrounding residents were very pleased with this action. We finally felt that you knew what the St. John residents wanted. However, this past December, you approved the development with 100 duplexes, smaller lots than 80 by 140. I guess what happened to the no duplexes and the larger lots? The developer did agree to improve a portion of Klein Avenue across their frontage. I guess if you're making Olthoff improve their frontage of Klein Avenue, why are you issuing tax increment bonds for Mr. Lawton that the taxpayers will be paying for road improvements and other infrastructure improvements? Doesn't make sense. Especially when you look at Olthoff Home had a density of 1.7 units per acre, and Lawton's density is like 7.5 units per acre. He's way impacting our roads way more than Olthoff Homes were. Also, under the proposed Unified Development Code, the developer would be allowed to, if you took the Grove development, and under the new regulations, he would have been allowed to develop the entire subdivision with duplexes and still meet those guidelines. That is totally ridiculous. So I'm here asking that the residents of St. John, that you not approve the tax increment bonds for any residential development, that you not approve the Unified Development Code as proposed. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is TJ Wilson.
TJ Wilson, 1512 Tiffany Court. For those of you that don't know, I'm the president of St. John Professional Fire Department Union, Local 5136. Tonight I'm here to talk about staffing levels. Tonight the fire department was supposed to be celebrating the swearing in of a new firefighter, Zach Ritt. Unfortunately, that's not happening. Zach was asked to sign a contract that told him that he would not be
Mr.
paid.
President,
Yes.
at this time, under our civility ordinance, individuals that come up are not supposed to discuss personnel issues, and this is considered a personnel issue at this time. So we ask that he refrain from speaking about this.
This is a personnel issue with somebody that wasn't hired.
If you want to talk about somebody, leave names out. Don't talk about people, just talk about the situation.
Sure, so can I just don't use names?
Do not use names.
Fantastic, okay. I won't use names, that's fine.
But we do that in every situation.
Yeah, no, that's
Not
totally
just for
fine.
you.
Sure.
We do that across the board.
Sure.
Thank you, Joe.
So, there was an individual that was supposed to sign a contract to go to paramedic class, was told that he wouldn't be paid while in paramedic class while off duty. In order to become a firefighter at St. John, you either need to be a paramedic or willing to go to paramedic class. Prior to the conditional offer, this person tested, interviewed, and was ultimately accepted into the paramedic program at Franciscan Crown Point. He did this on his own in preparation for starting as a full-time employee. On October 13th, 2025, he signed his conditional offers of employment. Then on Sunday, January 19th, he was presented with the contract that stated he would not be paid when in class or on clinicals on a day that wasn't his shift because it was, quote, personal in nature. This was presented to him 6 days before he was due to officially start. Why wasn't he given this contract when he signed his conditional offer, as has been standard practice with previous hires? Being a paramedic is essential to working at the St. John Fire Department, and we believe that anyone should be paid when they attend class. Paramedic class is a huge commitment. Within a period of 10 months, there's over 1,300 hours of class and clinical time. Any paramedic will tell you how grueling the class can be. This should be considered an investment by the town, and any training or continuing education is never personal in nature. We believe that paramedic school meets all the criteria to be considered paid training under the Fair Labor Standard Act. In addition, according to Section 12, Part C of the St. John Personnel Policy and Procedure Manual, continuing education required for an employee's current employment, certification, or licensing for the town shall be approved by the town manager. This person's a volunteer firefighter and became an EMT while at the St. John Fire Department and working for St. John Public Works. He'd finish his shift at Public Works and then still come in and answer calls when needed to as a volunteer. Prior to being offered the job, he went through a physical and psychological exam that cost the department over $1,500. He also turned down a job at Hobart Fire Department because he wanted to come here at St. John. There's a paramedic shortage within the state of Indiana and also nationally. And we have someone who's ready and willing to put in the work, has already started class. Why isn't the town willing to invest? Why would any firefighter want to come to St. John after they see the way that these people have been treated? We understand that paying overtime is a concern, which is why we've come to Chief Adams with a solution. We reworked the contract and presented our version to him that takes into account overtime and limits it, but still allows a firefighter to be paid for going to medic school. Unfortunately, that email has gone unanswered. We've been told by Chief Adams that the town does not recognize the union because of the
Hey,
Facebook posts.
CJ, we don't want you mentioning names.
And not only that, to be quite honest with you, this is something you should deal with your chief.
And I've tried.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here now.
And
So I can't say the name of I just say chief then, going forward?
Sure.
Okay, that's fine.
We're over the 3 minutes.
We've been told that,
Yeah, how much longer do you think you?
I've got 2 more paragraphs here.
Okay.
I'll read it quickly. To be clear, the union posting about staffing levels is and will always be about safety and transparency. We've never posted anything or negative or defamatory, just how many people are on duty, and we are still ready and willing to continue working to solve this issue. We've been running down at least one firefighter for the past 639 days. We were counting on this person to be the 15th person and bring us closer to the goal of having an adequately staffed fire department. We're extremely appreciative of the new tower, the soon-to-arrive engine, and ambulance, but if we don't have the staffing, that equipment won't be manned. Every day we come into work, there's always one goal in mind, no matter what. Everyone goes home. Being fully staffed gives us the best chance to make sure that everyone goes home. It allows us to be the best department we can be for the citizens we serve. Everyone always talks about how important public safety is. This is the chance to back up those words. Please don't play politics with the safety of the town, its citizens, or the fire department. We urge you to create a fair paramedic contract and get this person hired to start full-time. We look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
CJ, do you understand the chain of command?
TJ? And yes, I do.
TJ, sorry.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. That's to your chief, correct?
Yes.
All right. And your chief will report to us, correct? or should?
Yes, should.
I haven't yet seen a report from the chief, from you, on any of these issues, and I suggest that's the chain of command that you use.
Oh, well, I mean, that's why I'm here tonight, because you guys haven't heard about it. That's an issue.
So,
Chain of command.
Mr. President, if I
Billy.
can jump in. I have been speaking with Chief. We are in the works on certain things. I can tell you that I think that we've had a pretty open dialogue. And for me to hear this at the dais, as opposed to, and I told you, if I'm in my office and there's no one in there with me, you just walk in. And I think you and some of your colleagues have experienced that.
Sure.
So for me to hear it, this complaint prior to email, you know what I'm saying, Peter? It's
Sure,
it's out of the blue. And I think we've sat down plenty of times and spoke, and again, with other members of the department. And for this to come out like this,
Sure, so I'm trying, that's why I texted the chief, trying to make sure that I follow the chain of command, so, you know,
Chain of
it's,
command is through your chief. The chief will communicate with us. That would be the appropriate time.
okay, but at a point, if it gets to a point where you guys aren't hearing about it, tell the union it is a problem. And that's why I'm here tonight.
and again,
Understand.
your guys' safety and coming home is everyone's concern, as well as every other PD, public works, clerical, and everyone else.
Yeah.
To think that we're not thinking of that, again, I think we've had conversations of what we were looking at, what obstacles we had, and that we were working to do what we can do. So, again, I won't speak personnel on the floor, because that's not what we do, but thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just like to comment that the council collectively, we support our public safety, firefighters and police, that's without question, in every way. So, next on the public comment is Dawn Zarnick.
Hello, I'm Dawn Zarnick. I'm at 8720 Verbena Court, and I am the administrator for the Lake Central Education Foundation, and we are on the agenda a little later in the town council action. Last year, the town gave a donation, and you are considering another donation for the foundation, where we can then use those dollars to support teacher grants for teachers throughout Lake Central schools, and can affect the, up to 8,000 students that we have in the district. And I really appreciate the fact that you're also considering a donation to Hanover Education Foundation. So it just shows the town really supports the teachers and the students in our town. And on behalf of me and the president of our foundation, Mike Selgin, I just want to thank you for considering it, and thank you for your past donation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
With that, we'll move on to item 7, agenda items. A, financial matters of the corporation. 1, request to purchase. There are a total of 23 requests to purchase, and a combined total of $1,202,645.48 for approval. Do I have a motion?
Mr. President, I've reviewed them all. I assume that the rest of the council has a motion to approve the request for purchase.
I have a motion, a second.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Number 2, accounts payable voucher dated January 28, 2026, representing payment for payroll, supplies, services, equipment rendered to the town of St. John, and the combined total of $2,963,914.66. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 3, disbursement of funds from Series 2025A and Series 2025B construction account. Requisition number 1A.
Mr. President, I think we can, if you don't mind, I can take care of that motion all in one for the total amount for requisition number 1A. If you don't mind me making the motion now, save us a little bit of time.
Joe, is this good to do this?
I understood that it was for Mr. Spetnall.
The requisition from 1 through 3?
1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B.
You can do them all collectively.
Thank you very much. That's
Thank you,
what's up.
Joe.
Then, Mr. President, I make a motion to authorize disbursement of funds on requisition number 1A, number 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B.
I have a motion for the requisition of the funds. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Mr. President, just to note, that is for our
I was going to ask you that,
Upland
Bill.
Park expansion.
Thank you. Yep,
For
SEH,
concept and
core.
reconstruction services.
Real quick, actually, you guys will be seeing this likely on every agenda moving forward. We make payment or remit payment differently than we do every other project, and that we're using a trustee. So you guys are just giving approval through this motion for our trustee to disperse funds.
Thank you for that clarification too, Beth. Item 8, ordinances and resolutions. A, consider ordinance 1883, and this is the Unified Development Ordinance. Ladies and gentlemen, I really haven't had time to go through this as I would like. I would like to make a motion to defer at this time.
You can.
I'd like to have a,
I'm going to go ahead and, for ordinance 1883, I'm going to make a motion to defer it to next meeting. It is 245 pages long. He has to pardon us for taking a little bit of time. That's going to be a little bit further review. So I would make a motion to defer that, ordinance 1883, to the next meeting.
motion to defer 1883 to the next meeting. I have one motion. Do I have a second?
I second it.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item B, consider ordinance 1884, an ordinance authorizing the town to issue one or more series of its economic development tax increment revenue bonds relating to a commercial development project to be located in the St. John Economic Development Area 2, and approving and authorizing other actions in respect thereto on first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Okay, I have a motion. I do not have a second.
You know, a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
I have a motion. I have a second.
This is first reading.
Yes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries forward. Billy, could you just comment on that too, to bring a little clarity?
This is ordinance 1884. This is for the acquisition, construction, and improvement of the mixed-use development, roughly 120,000 square feet of commercial, retail, and professional space located on 109th between Parish and Park.
Thank you. Moving to C, consider ordinance 1885, an ordinance of the town of St. John authorizing the town to issue one or more series of its economic development tax increment revenue bonds relating to a commercial development project to be located in the St. John Economic Development Area 1, and approving authorization, other actions in respect thereto on first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Bill, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Billy, can you comment on this?
Similar to the last one, for the acquisition, construction, and improvement of the Wintrust Bank that is located at 93rd and 41. It's also important to note that those tax increments will only be pulled out of that allocation area, which just consists of that property there. So it's not a draw from the whole TIF district. It's just of that piece, that portion.
Okay, thank you. D, consider ordinance 1886, an ordinance authorizing the town to issue one or more series of its economic development tax increment revenue bonds relating to a housing project to be located at the Castle Rock Economic Development Area and approving and authorizing other actions in respect thereto on first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. E, consider ordinance 1887, an ordinance of the authorizing the town to issue one or more series of its economic development tax increment revenue bonds relating to a housing project to be located in the Park West Economic Development Area, approving and authorizing actions in respect thereto on first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. F, consider ordinance 1888, an ordinance designating an area within the town as an economic development target area on first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
A motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Mr. President,
I was going to ask you to comment on that one.
on ordinance 1888, that is establishing the allocation area of where those funds will be drawn from. Again, it's only on that particular piece of property. And if I can call up Tom Everett for a brief moment. Tom, if you can come up. Obviously, there were some questions. I know you covered them pretty thoroughly in the prior meeting. Could you explain to us the tax increment, what the town will continue to take in, where those funds are paid from, so on and so forth?
Yep, sure thing, Billy. Good evening, council members. Tom Everett from Barnes and Thornburg in South Bend, and we serve as bond counsel to the town. So for each of the 4 projects that the town just had first reading on the bond ordinance, each of those each of those ordinances would authorize the town to issue economic development tax increment revenue bonds for each of those projects. And those bonds would just be payable from the new property taxes generated with respect to each of those projects. So all of the existing taxes that are paid on those properties would continue to go to the town and the other overlapping units. It's only the new property taxes that are generated by each of these new projects that would go to pay back these bonds. And so 2 of the projects are commercial projects. The Castle Rock and Park West projects are residential projects. Historically, TIF has been just commercial, but in recent years, the state legislature enabled cities and towns and counties to create residential TIF areas specifically to encourage new residential development. And so that's just what the town is doing by considering ordinances, is adopting ordinances that would incentivize new residential development in the town. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
So basically, while that is going on, we're going to keep collecting what we're collecting now. It's only based off of the increase in the increment.
Exactly.
And then if it falls short or it doesn't create that much, what happens then? Is the town on the hook?
So the town would never be on the hook if properties are not assessed at what they're estimated to be. The town would not be responsible for making up that shortfall. The developer, as the purchaser of each of these bonds, would simply have to take that loss.
And some of those figures that you were throwing out, the 15 million, the 5 million, 6 million, those are all just maximum, and then we're going to be working with Baker Tilly to actually come out with those numbers of what those areas produce.
Exactly.
Okay. I have nothing else. The board has something.
I'm good.
No.
Good.
Very good.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Item G, consider ordinance 1889, an ordinance establishing a designated outdoor refreshment area, DORA, in the Heartland District in the town of St. John, repealing all other ordinances and town code sections or parts thereof in conflict herewith and all matters related hereto on first reading. Can you comment on this, Billy?
Yes, Mr. President. This is a designated outdoor refreshment area. It'll consist of, starting off the ice arena and the ball fields. When our project is built for the amphitheater and the splash pad, we will extend it down that way. This basically gives you the ability, as long as it's in a DORA marked cup, to move from facility to facility without having to dump out anything that may be there. So if you're watching a concert, next door, you want to go catch one of the ball games, you can walk over with that. Or if Blackbird is having a function, you can walk from there to the amphitheater, so on and so forth, as long as it's in a designated cup.
Thank you for that.
What does DORA stand for? Was it how we did DORA?
Designated outdoor refreshment.
Oh, got it, okay.
It's so they can walk along the property.
Right. Oh, didn't see, okay, got it.
Thank you.
It's typical for Crown Point,
Yeah,
everybody else.
in a square, right.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Do I have a motion for ordinance 1889?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Consider ordinance 1890, an ordinance amending salary ordinance 1868, establishing a schedule of wages, salaries, benefits for employees, fire, police personnel, and town officials. 2026 salary ordinance on first reading. Billy, could you comment?
Okay, so there is some minor language changes. The part that really sticks, and I wish the guys from the fire department would stick around. Obviously, we're not strangers to the nationwide shortage of everything going on. And we do supplement our departments with part-time employees that are full-time employees elsewhere. For that, we did a study of the surrounding municipalities. We were raising the part-time pay by, it doesn't seem much, but $1. And then also if they work 72 hours, an incentive if they work 72 hours a month for 3 months. So you work a 12-hour shift, obviously that's 6 shifts, and it kind of fills in the gaps while we're working on doing what we're doing.
That fits in our budget, correct?
Correct, absolutely.
All right, thank you for that, Billy. Do I have a motion on ordinance 1890?
So moved.
Second.
I'll sit.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item I, motion to approve Resolution 2026-01-28A, resolution declaring uncollectible accounts of the town as bad debt and authorizing collection efforts to cease and allowing the EMS billing clerk to write off said accounts. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item J, motion to approve Resolution 2026-01-28B, a resolution authorizing 2025 encumbered appropriations to be carried to the budget year 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Number 9, town council action. A, motion to approve professional services agreement with the Robinson Engineering for year 2026.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. B, motion to approve professional services with American Structure Point for year 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item C, motion to approve professional services agreement with McAlpine Consulting for year 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Motion to approve professional services agreement with First Group Engineering for year 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item E, motion to accept the 2026 service agreement with Lake and Pond Biologists for townwide pond maintenance in the amount of $11,278 to be paid from 6608-00-390. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Gotta have a pond biologist.
You have to. F, motion to write off unpaid refuse charges and penalties in the amount of $7.14. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
We should have a discussion on this. Second, sorry.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Sometimes for you, for the crowd, I mean,
Motion carries 4-0.
we have to do things in public, and even if they're for $7.14.
True. G, motion to approve and authorize the clerk treasurer to delete inactive, obsolete, or other certain utility customer accounts. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item H, motion to approve receiving $2,917.51 to the Water Utility Fund and $2,917.50, let me try that again, $2,917.51 to the Wastewater Utility Fund in conjunction with NDOT project number 138252200 LC4 from year 2014. Billy, could you comment on that?
Yeah, so that was a refund from the project on 41. Wayne, if you got the exact location.
I asked that question,
Yeah,
we don't
it
know.
was
That was
just-
NDOT, right?
That was in that.
It was in that.
And that's 2014, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we were overcharged by 291751, both through the water and through the wastewater, and they're kindly returning our money.
We're getting the dough. Motion to
Yes,
approve.
12 years later.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second.
Let you do that one.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. I, motion to donate $500 to Lake Central Education Foundation.
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. J, motion to donate $500 to Hanover Schools Education Foundation.
So
Do I have a
moved.
motion?
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. K, motion to approve personal service use in the US 41 overlay. There was a favorable recommendation from the BZA. Billy, could you comment on this?
Yes, this will be a yoga studio at the old Steeple Chapel Art Gallery. Steeple Gallery. It's been empty for quite a long time, so bringing something in there is a plus.
Thank you, Billy.
Who doesn't like yoga?
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. L, motion to award bid to Inliner Solutions LLC for Osage Drive culvert cured in place pipe lining in the amount of $230,000. Billy, could you
I
comment?
have Dave from Robinson Engineering. Dave, if you'd like to come up and speak on the project a little bit.
Thank you, Billy. Dave Schilling, Robinson Engineering. So at Osage Drive, which is roughly 89th and Patterson, there are 4 metal culverts that the bottoms have completely rusted out of. They're creating sinkholes next to the roadway. So the town had asked us to put together plans and specifications to line those so they can be replaced with a new internal cement lining of pipe. You'll basically be getting a new pipe without having to cut open the road, saving cost and disruption to the residents.
Thank you for that, Dave. Appreciate it. Item L, motion to award the bid for Inliner Solutions for $230,000. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Motion to allow fire truck to sell the, I'm sorry, motion to allow fire department to sell the 1994 Seagrave VIN number 1F9E028T 2RCST 2114. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. N, motion to allow fire department to sell the 2005 American LaFranc ladder truck VIN number 4Z3HAACK55RV 19670. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
I hope that's going to Mikey Schilling. I know he could retrofit it.
Probably. Moving on to 0, boards and commissions, appointments.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have 3 board positions that will be voted on tonight. For the Plan Commission, Carl Delane. For the BZA, Rick Henson. And for Park Board, Mary Roberts.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the 4 individuals?
I have a motion to approve all 3 individuals. I have reviewed the applications as well.
Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion.
Mr. President, one more thing before we get to reports and correspondence. Later today, I received a conflict of interest form for Mr. Matthew Easto. He does some work here time to time, so I would ask for a motion to accept his conflict of interest form for the year 2026.
Who is this, Billy?
Matthew Easto of Eastwood Woodworking.
Okay. So.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
I have a motion to approve for Matthew
Easto.
Easto.
I second it.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Moving on to 10, reports and correspondence. We'll do a little different. Start with the town manager, Billy.
Yeah, again, to piggyback off of what I said earlier, again, it's been a great privilege to work with everyone here. I consider the individual things of what you guys have taught me, definitely what I've taught you. I know Beth isn't here, so I want to, again, be my somewhat partner in crime there on a lot of these projects. I want to say thank you to her, wherever she's at. My department heads, Ashley, Gabe, Shane, Steve, all their staff have been exceptional. They made my job that much easier. And I just want to say, again, thank you.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
Moving on to town council.
Mr. President, also.
I think we missed one
We did.
engineer
Yes.
on that, only because they have ongoing projects
Yes.
which is SEH.
Correct. So if we can, a motion to approve SEH for professional service agreement for the year 2026. They are the ones working on our amphitheater and our splash pad and our bathroom at the park.
I make a motion to approve the SEH.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second for SCH for approval.
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Thank you. And I
Motion
apologize
carries
for
4-0.
skipping it.
And see how we learn a lot from Billy? Thank you for that, Billy. Town council, A, comments?
Yeah, Christian just brought up SCH. I want to bring up, but there's still an ongoing project with American, not American Structure Point, First Group, and they're still working, so I think we need to say something about them and let them keep on working on that project on Joliet. I do not want to have duplication of services.
Yeah, no, we approved them.
Okay, all right.
We approved them on D.
All right.
We got it.
It wasn't on their name, so, just making sure.
Got it.
Thank you.
Roger that. Anything else?
I don't have anything.
Anything else?
Nope. Nothing from me.
I just kind of like to say, Billy, thank you for your time and service. And I'd just like to say that, as a council, I think it's pretty refreshing. Billy commented that he could work with the clerk treasurer. Just think it's a great thing when the people that elected the representatives can work together and accomplish what we need to get done for the town. So, Billy, you were instrumental in a lot of that, and I appreciate it, and we wish you well on your next steps.
Thank you, Mr. President. And one other thing, obviously, I will be putting out
Notice?
a notice and job description that we will be looking for a town manager, interim town manager. If we do not find someone by the time I'm gone, we'll get on that tomorrow.
Thank you for that also. Moving to C, clerk treasurer. Beth, are you?
No, nothing this evening.
Thank you, Beth. Moving to item 11, adjournment.
I'm sorry, one quick second. I know somebody's here from American Structure Point, Mount Wolverton is here. If you want to say something?
Appreciate being here tonight. Appreciate the opportunity for you guys to review and approve our on-call agreement to do some work with the town. We're excited to do that. We've enjoyed working with the town on the Klein Avenue Extension project. Hopefully, you've seen some progress there, and like I said, we look forward to working with you all. We're in the middle of the long and arduous environmental document process when you utilize federal funds. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, you got a rough, yeah. Thank you for doing it.
What's the completion year?
I'm gonna have to worry about it.
No, I don't think we're gonna be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not our fault.
On you and Billy.
Well, and we're at the mercy of our local MPO, NERC, on where they're able to program those federal dollars. So
That'll take a while.
it's subject to the approval of the environmental document and then moving into right-of-way acquisition. So we'll be working with the council as well as the clerk treasurer's office to make sure we time that out to where town's interested in moving that project forward.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christian. Item 11, adjournment. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
Nobody- It's always the longest one to get a second.
My ways of using the
I have a motion. I do have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed. Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you all.